What up? So, what up, YouTube? Uh, I'm Will. Uh, pretty much, I am. The reason for this video being is that I'm gonna be uh, vlogging my experience with being diagnosed with ADD. Now, with that being said, a little background from it. I mean, I don't know if any of you are watching who have it or not, but I'm 26. What led me to this course of action in my life is, you know, going throughout the years, uh, I think being a young adult and all through high school and school in general, I had a hard time focusing. And it's not until recently where I've started noticing it more and more and more, and noticing my behavior and like, why is this happening to me? Why am I not successful? Why can I do the things that I want to do? Why don't I have the focus to do it? Now, uh, I think there gets a point into your life where you have to realize, like, is it you, or is it the system, or is it how things work? And to just sit down and realize what you need to do and what path you need to take. Now, with me, I feel like I have a lot of motivation and drive to do things that I want to do, but I don't have the focus to do it. Now, it's not my fault necessarily. It's just how my brain works. It's wired in a different way. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing that I have to deal with. So last week I just did my intake with a therapist to get the ball rolling. 3 months before that, I saw a doctor to get the recommendation. Now, with the first experience with the doctor, it wasn't really that well. So I went in. Me and my fiance decided it'd probably be the best course of action to see if if it's a thing. Now, she's been pointing it out to me quite a bit, so it just kind of made me realize with my fiance, and I've been with her for going on 4 years now, and it's getting to that. It got to that point where I need some help, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to realize that you just need a little helping hand when it comes to that, and realizing what issues you have. So with the doctor, we went in to see her. I brought my fiance with me because if you have a significant other, then they know a lot of your behavior too. Especially after 4 years, she knows people. We all know your significant other knows a lot of details, even if you don't want to hide them. They know. They know. So we went in, and the doctor was asking me how I feel health-wise, and I told her everything feels good. I mean, and she's asked me the same old questions. We went over smoking. I'm a smoker. The bad things about that, and I do want to quit, but right now I don't feel like it'd be the most appropriate time to. I mean, although nothing ever is an appropriate time, but it's the only thing that like narrows my brain besides coffee. So it's kind of a crutch that I'm having to use. So I'm hoping to deal with that later. But then we go over what's been going on with me in my everyday life, and we tell her I can't get tasks done in a timely manner. When I do try to get a task done, I see something shiny or something comes in my head, and I wander off to go do that, and I totally forget about that task. Or there's a couple other things that we went over, but after we told her that, she's like, so I can't diagnose you, but this is what I think. Now, before you go in, you don't want to do this, is what she said. You don't want to go see them. They're going to put you on stimulants. You're going to get addicted, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, honestly, I think, at this point in my life, I've tried uh, behavioral methods to change how I act, and to like, no, I need to do this, I need to do this, and just focus myself. But that hasn't been working. And I'm 26 now. It's not going to work after 26 years. It's not going to work now. So after that, I mean, it kind of put a little bit of salt in my mouth having to deal with that doctor. But then after I went to do the intake, I started feeling, kind of anxious to it. It took me 3 months to get in there. So that was kind of a upsetting point to me. Now, the wait was well worth it. I got in, we, did the whole intake process. Now, I don't know how every other facility is for a behavioral health thing, but I saw a therapist. She asked me a bunch of questions. We went over my life, and my fiance was there for this too. Now, she, my fiance started telling her everything that was going on, and with my intention, with how I'm doing in tasks. She asked about work, and I told her, as long as my mind's entertained and my mind is active on the task, then I do my job really well. I have a lot of energy into it. I try to go 110% in it, but sometimes, 90% of the time in my daily life, my mind is thinking about all the things around me, everything, how, like, in a car, like when I'm having a conversation with my fiance, for an example, it's how fast is she going? Is there anybody else on the road? What's our child doing in the back seat? What's the speed limit? And my mind's just going off and off, or I'm just like, ooh, that house is pretty, blah, blah, blah. And if you're watching this video, then you've probably noticed a couple of times now that I probably have gone off topic and just kind of drifted off, and that's kind of a everyday thing. And I'm not on medication. I haven't got anything yet. I just kind of want to document it before the whole thing starts to go. Now, I can't give anybody advice. I just want to vlog my experience with the whole thing. And I'm going to be doing daily updates here soon. Actually, starting today is my plan, because I just want to set a course and a stability, and like things that I have to do repetitively, and so. But anyways, that's. I think I drift off topic again. I'm so sorry. So this is an everyday occurrence. Thank you guys. But so this is day one. And I guess we'll just call it "We'll Deal with ADD." So, or I will deal with ADD, something like that. I don't know. I'll probably cut that out. But this is day one. I have an appointment here on the 12th, so I'm gonna be going to see my actual therapist, who when you go to orientation, that therapist who does your intake, she finds the best course of action and what therapist that you should go to. And then, so I got put with this guy. I haven't met him yet. We'll see how it goes. It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable when I have to talk really deep about my life, but I guess I have to in that sense, because honesty is the best thing. And if I'm not honest with them and tell them everything, not everything, you can choose not to disclose, but there's certain things that, like, I think that would be beneficial to talk about. But also, like, I just want to get the ball going, so that way uh, everything in my life that I've recognized so far can change. And that's really important to me. I'm 26. I've had a hard time keeping a job. I've been putting more stress on my relationship, and um, I love my fiance. She's honestly the best thing in the world to me. She's dealt with me through and through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I just want to make it easier. I want to be the man that she wants me to be. I want to be the man that I want to be, and I want a whole bunch of stuff in life, and I don't want this to hold me down. And it's just recognizing on that fact and working through it. So my appointment here is on the 12th, and then I have another appointment on the 17th with a medical doctor to get prescribed, to see if there's medication to be prescribed. So we'll see how that goes. I'll give you an update when that happens. So this is Will. Thanks for hanging out with me for 10 to 15 minutes that this video might be. Talk to you later.